Okay, so I see 2 viewers. Decided to do a live stream, 1000 subscribers on this channel. And I will just record some replays from Dawn of War Soulstorm. Some 1v1s, 2v2, and maybe a team game as well. Hello to those who joined. And we'll get started with 2 best of 5s from Face to Face, Season 9, not Season 10. Season 10 was the last Face to Face season. And those that do not know what Face to Face is, it's a Russian tournament, competitive, one of the most competitive tournaments that took place in Dawn of War history, basically. You had best of 5s played between basically the best players in the game. And in the last season there were even international players, because this is mostly a Russian tournament, but in the last season even guys like Oxo have played, and other ones I do not even remember anymore. Took place last year. So I will just record my games from this face-to-face season 9, 2 more rounds. I have recorded previously a few rounds. It's up on my channel on this one. And this is a best of 5 between me and Pride. Chaos versus Necrons. The first game on Fata Morga. Pride net with Chaos at the top side. Starts with 2 cultists, 2 heretics, Chaos Temple and a generator. And as a side note, I also wanted to mention that I do not have a second monitor on this stream. I won't be able to communicate properly with the viewers. But I will alt-tab from time to time and see if there's something, if there's some activity. Pretty standard Pride build here, very standard and safe, with Chaos Temple, Generator, 2 cultists, 2 heretics, Chaos Marines capturing a point, and Chaos Lord. At the bottom side I am with Necrons. Just building generators at the start, a defensive tower at this high ground. This can also defend the entrance in here and this point. If the enemy will try to capture, the turret will hit his cappers. Not in most situations, but most of the time it would reach the squad in here. Or even if the enemy captures this point, he will not be able to build the listening post because of the turret hitting it all the time. With 1 squad of scarabs I'm going to scout what Pride is doing. And for the sake of a better entertainment I will not tab during the replay, during the game. After each game I will alt-tab probably and check the chat. But usually on the live streams I do not have much viewers anyway, so maybe there won't be too many comments. But this live stream will be available as a video, anyone will be able to watch it once it's finished. Just like the other ones. I have live streamed a few times in the past. In 2017 I've live streamed some League of Legends and Soulstorm. Not much action at the start, that's what you would expect in a game where Necrons are involved. It's a very passive race at the start. Well, unless Necron is going to do some cheesy rush tactics like turret rush, flayed ones quickly at the start, Necron Lord. But this is very expensive and quite risky, I would say. So I'm playing very safely. One of the safest ways you can play as a Necrons. Get as many generators as possible at the start. And play defensively until tier 2, until you get the global upgrade. Then you start being aggressive. And that was my style of play in the last years of my Dawn of War Soulstorm. My last 1v1 games, serious 1v1 games, were more than a year ago. On face-to-face season 9, last round. It was played against me and Maniac. Between me and Maniac, I mean. And I will also record more games from face-to-face season 9, of course. Season 10, I mean. Do not trifle with me. Not investing at all in these Necron warriors. I do not plan to mass Necron warriors against Chaos. This is not my plan for this game. I have something else in store for Pride. Necron Lord already has some artifacts, it has the lightning field and phase shift. Nicely done with the Chaos Lord from Pride, focusing the Necron Lord from range. He cannot fight the Necron Lord in close combat. At least he will lose if he do that. Basically any hero in the game loses to the Necron Lord if the Necron Lord has the lightning field. It's a very strong ability, I loved it. And it was even stronger in Dark Crusade. It had more damage, and the area when you casted the ability was much larger than in Soulstorm. Necron Lord above half HP, Chaos Lord below half HP. Everything is going fine for me. This is Pride's map vision. Doing some harass on his side with the flayed ones. Didn't drop them in the best place. But they killed a heretic. I should just summon them back to the monolith. Tier 2 on the way for me. I think Pride is already tier 2. Oh no, I'm actually ahead in technology. And my economy is plus 90. Very good stuff. Chaos Lord survives. Gets attached to the squad. And even after casting this lightning field ability, he manages to run away. And survives. Flayed ones did not have the teleportation, most likely recharged, so I just decided to retreat them on the ground, and when I had it, I teleported them to the generator. I'm tier 2 with Phylactery ability for the Necron Lord. Going for the global upgrade as soon as possible. It's the first thing I would do as a Necron on tier 2, unless my base is under heavy attack. If your base isn't under heavy attack, just go for the global upgrade. as soon as you hit tier 2. The best choice in my opinion. And of course, if you do not see an enemy attack coming very soon, a strong one that you wouldn't be able to fight back, you'd then need to make some fighting units and then the global upgrade. It depends a lot on each situation. Having a Chaos Marine here in my base, Pride is also building a turret. I'm not afraid of this, but it will become a bigger risk soon, a bigger threat, because more Chaos units are coming. My army is not that strong. Trying to kill the heretic from ranged combat with a Necron Lord takes plenty of time. Necron Lord's ranged combat is very low, very low damage. Also upgraded my turret. And what I'm doing now is making flayed ones, trying to fight these Chaos Marines back. I do not have any Necron warriors alive. I will just mass close combat units. Flayed ones, wraiths, and Necron Lord with lightning field. This is a crazy close combat combo from Necrons. You're forcing your enemy to micro a lot. But when you do not have too many units, as you can see, the flayed ones died quite easily against this crazy damage of Chaos Marines. My army is still very small. Building another generator will have the greater summoning core. I realize I will need the destroyers. Now that's a very risky situation in the game for me. And the game will be over soon. This will be a crazy fight now at the end. So let's look closely. Pride has the sorcerer. It can destroy the turret in a few seconds alone. As you can see, a few hits and the turret is down. He also lands the horrors. He already expected that I would make destroyers. Nicely done from him. I basically have only the Necron Lord alive now. We'll have to tie up this horror squad to save the destroyer. And at this point in time I would be almost ready to quit the game, because it seems impossible to stop all of this, but I have two wraiths coming home. I tried to destroy this listening post with them, but I couldn't. My base is at risk. I need to save it. This destroyer is still alive. Having two more wraiths here. Another destroyer is out. Only one horror squad from Pride. I'd like to see his economy. 116 to 30. Good income, but not enough reserve on requisition, and he has full population cap. He cannot get out another horror squad, and he doesn't have the machine cult to get a Hell Talon. A Hell Talon could save the day in here for him. Now he lost the horror squads. These Chaos Marines will die from the destroyers. Pride lands one more horror. I will tie it up with destroyer, but one of my destroyers gets killed. Pride will lose this Chaos Lord. He is floating on energy, but he doesn't have requisition, as you can see. He simply wouldn't be able to kill my destroyers at this point. And if he would try to retreat, my destroyers would kill all of his Chaos Marines while they run.
6 minutes until taking
Rebuilding my economy here. And another destroyer is out. Let me see my economy. It's plus 75, only plus 75, but Pride says GG. He realizes he will lose most of his army while he retreats. Destroyers are very good damage dealers while moving. and when the enemy army is on the run, they can destroy it. So what's the Pride's mistake in this game? He didn't make a Hell Talon, instead he reinforced his infantry. It costs him plenty of requisition, not enough resources for the machine cult, no Hell Talons, and the horrors get countered by Wraiths and Necron Lord. Now let's take a look at the stats here. It was a very close game at the end. It could have gone either way. I think on the economy side it was also very close. We both had good economies. My economy went much lower at the end when I lost the generators. But it was fine overall. And I killed a bit more units. That's it with the first game from this best of 5. Let's jump into the other one. To the second. On Shrine of Excellion. So basically on face to face we have the viewers or the users on a forum to vote for the decider map. So it's usually picked by the forum users, and the next maps are picked by the loser. So Pride picks Shrine of Excellion. And before we jump into this game, I'd like to check if everything is going well. No dropped frames, that's good. So far we have 2 active viewers in the chat, I'm glad. And 6 people watching in total. That's not bad considering it wasn't a planned live stream. I didn't announce it at all. So it was pretty random even for me. I just decided it would be a good idea to have this live stream as a thank you to all who subscribe to my channel and to all of those who are watching my videos. So let's go into the second game on Shrine of Excellion. And yes, Red Knight, it's a pretty aggressive player, Pride.
Anything for the great powers.
And his main race was Space Marines and Orcs. Well, case is pretty similar with Space Marines.
Whatever you desire.
So he also can play Chaos pretty nicely.
We are chaos. Chaos is strong.
But it would be, I think, easier for me to defeat Pride's Orcs than his Chaos. I don't know why, but I have an easier time against his Orcs.
We are chaos. Chaos is strong.
Probably because the Orcs do not have such a high DPS damage on early tier 2 like Chaos Marines do. Their plasma and the bolters is crazy. Also grenades that can stun your units.
Bless us, great one.
At the bottom side, Pride with Chaos doing exactly as in the previous game. I think we will play like this in all 5 games. The same build.
We can serve you.
2 cultists, 2 heretics, Chaos Marines and Chaos Lord. So yeah, I think he will use this tactic in each game.
We will rejoice later. To battle.
At the top side, me with Necrons. Building generators, as usual. At the start and a turret, I place it. I'm not sure if I know a good place on this map where to place a turret. It's really hard to decide. Usually it would be good to stay nearby the generator somewhere, but you also need to defend the point somehow. The turret in here, for example, will reach this point and some part of this area, and this point. Sometimes I would build 2 turrets, one here and another one here, so both ways in my base would be well defended, but it only will defend you for a while on tier 1, and it delays your technology and economy a lot. I finish this tower and also upgrade this point to LP2. But honestly, this is one of the worst Necron maps out there. If not the worst, it's one of them. Heavy cover in here. I'm not reinforcing the Necron warriors. I only add members to keep the squads alive for some time. It will win me time. Necron Lord on the way. And the summoning core, I'm going for it early in this game. After the 6th generator. Well, it's usually you will build the summoning core at this time when you play standard Necron build order with Necron warrior mass. But I didn't went to mass Necron warriors. I'm not sure why I'm building it so early. Maybe for a flayed 1 squad. We'll try to also decap this relic. Chaos Lord caught the Necron Lord closely. It slowed it down. I better fought him for a while instead of just running away. I almost lost half HP in a few seconds. I'm very surprised. I actually go for the Necron Warrior upgrades on this map. I don't remember these games, so yeah, I decided just to go for a Warrior mass, it seems, with the upgrades. I'm still safe on this side. Have an LP2 here, I used it right now on this Chaos Marine squad. And Pride will start his aggression very soon. He's building the Chaos Armory, he's almost ready. And again Chaos Lord, nice focus on the Necron Lord. From the back. Thanks to the Necron Lord fatality. He'll survive for a few more seconds, but he's dead. Couldn't even save it. And maybe now these Necron warriors with the upgrade will help me, will keep me alive. Still, most of the time I wouldn't use this standard Necron style. But I guess I went for it on this map just to not die in the first minutes. It's very hard to keep it up against the enemy pressure sometimes. So you'd need some stronger army, like Necron warriors with upgrades to just remain alive, but I'm afraid it won't help me. We already have 3 squads of Chaos Marines with plasma. All of them with aspiring champions, Chaos Lord also with plasma pistol. And Pride might even add the bolters and end me. I remade the Necron Lord. Pride used the grenades on my Necron warriors. They went down in seconds, only 1 squad is alive now. That's why I don't like this Necron warrior style. Well, you can use it much better, this order, when you have artifacts on the Necron Lord like Chronometron and Solar Pulse. But again, those delay your technology. Your tier 2 gets delayed a lot. if you go for the Necron Lord artifacts on tier 1 and 5. Nice focus on the Necron Lord, but yeah, it's obvious I'm dead in this game. Pride is on his way to tier 2. I am floating. I simply do not make my army fast enough. And what's my map vision? It's very bad, only 2 points controlled, and this obelisk is not even built here. What a mess. So I still went for the Necron Lord artifacts. The archive is up very late, I could have it earlier. Well, even the artifacts now won't save me, it's too late. If I'd have them 2 minutes earlier, maybe it would be something different. Good job by Pride, he knows how to do it on this map. And honestly, it's not even too hard to destroy a Necron player here. All you need to know is Necron's weakness. You outmass him on this map, because you have all the resources in the world for that. Just make a huge army and go into his base. He destroys my summoning core. I'm still not quitting. I want to keep it until the end. Another jump with a Necron Lord, but he dies again. I even have enough resources for tier 2 now, but Pride is already tier 2 and his army is stronger. Activates the Fury on the Chaos Marines and kills all my Necron warriors again. And it's time to say GG. No chances here. Well played and a well-deserved victory for Chaos. I didn't see any mistakes from his side. From my side, what I've called done better, maybe if I decided still to go for the Necron Warrior mass, it would have been better to have the artifacts earlier at the archive and have the Chronometron with solar pulse and 3 Necron Warrior squads fully reinforced, and also a 1 less generator in order to make the army faster. This could have helped. Let's see the score. -30. What a sad score. He killed 65, I killed 24. Huge difference, and he destroys 4 buildings. He had much better economy, even if it shows me as the winner on the economy side. This score is stupid. Look here instead. He had twice as much than I did. And on technology, it was close. I had Necron Warrior upgrades and plenty of reinforced units. But on the research count, 4 against 3. And unit upgrades, he had 8. This is basically the bolters on the Chaos Marines. Well done by Pride here. Let me check again how the stream is going. Great. 7 viewers. Welcome those two who just came recently, and hello. Let's jump into the third game of this best of 5 on Tranquility's End. This is my map pick, and Tranquility's End was one of my favorite maps.
My life is forfeit.
One of my favorite maps when I would play Necrons.
We're here to serve, Master.
It's a good map for Necrons because you have huge distance between the bases. It takes ages for the enemy to get into your base and harass you. Another reason is the negative cover here in the river and the lack of heavy cover on this map. There is no heavy cover whatsoever, and heavy cover are a nightmare for the Necrons. Another advantage for Necrons on this map are these 2 points that can defend your base nicely. 1 point, actually these 2 points and even this one from the relic can defend this side if your enemy attacks you. And this point can defend this side. And you can build turrets around here also to defend all the generators and the monolith. So it's a great map, even if the enemy might capture these outer points in the early game. It's still a great map for Necrons. On late game you basically you will have the relic all the time, so you'd be able to get the monolith out. In most situations you'd have access to the relic. Another big advantage for late game as a Necron here. So it could well be one of the best maps for Necrons even. This one. It most likely is one of the best maps for Necrons out there. In the bottom side I get started with Necrons, just going for the usual generator mass at the start. That's the best you can do as a Necron in the early game, so just go for it. Capturing the closest points here, getting 2 free Necron warrior squads, not even bothering and thinking about a turret yet. I'm not afraid, but I can see Pride already captures 2 of my points, and his Chaos Lord is here.
We will serve you.
And Pride on this map actually plays with another strategy. He started with early armory and plasma pistol for Chaos Lord. I'm pretty sure he has seen this build on Maniac, also known as Blasphemer. He used to play like this against me, and Pride knows. He knows Maniac is a great Chaos player, actually the best Chaos player in the last few years.
We will serve you, and in return,
Very good map control from Pride. He controls 2 of my points, all of his points and the relic, his relic. He also goes for the raptors. And what do I do? Finishing my 7th generator here, placing the Forbidden Archive and building a turret in here. So why this place for the turret? Because it's defended by this point, and by this point. If I would upgrade them to LP2 or LP3, the turret in here is well defended, and if the enemies stay in here, the turret will shoot in this negative cover, so it will deal extra damage. And that's why this is a great place for a turret on this map. Trying to destroy this listening post. It was not finished, I killed the heretic by the way. But Pride has his painful plasma pistol up. I have to fight the Chaos Lord in close combat or just run away with my Lord. Here are the raptors. Pride cancels the listening post. Otherwise he would lose 100 requisition. Going for the plus 90. 8th generator. Summoning core is up. And I'm ready to go tier 2 in a few seconds. If I won't go for one more generator, I can go tier 2. Actually, I go for one Flayed 1 squad. Here I have another Necron Warrior squad. Let's see the army from Chaos side.
We are eager to please.
Huge map control. A very good map control from Pride. 122 to 20 economy. And goes tier 2. I go tier 2 as well, so we basically go tier 2 at the same time. That's good for me. We'll decap this or maybe not. Raptors are close. So no, I will go away. We'll save my scarabs. Another jump with the Necron Lord. Sadly I couldn't kill this heretic. Destroying this listening post. I'm not sure if I will succeed. The Chaos Marines are a threat. I have to switch the focus on them.
Until
Take and hold victory also for Pride. I have to decap 1 or 2 critical locations. 2. I need to decap 2 of them. Decapping this one right here now. Flayed one's nicely tying up this Chaos Marine squad. Good job. I am tier 2 going for the global upgrade as always. We'll manage to destroy this. Prize economy very good, 134 to 30. And his army is also quite strong. 3 Chaos Space Marine squads, Raptors and Chaos Lord. Will he go for the Machine Pit this time? No, he goes for squad cap increase, he wants to make even more infantry. This can also be a good idea, outmassing Necron to death. Especially when the Necron has only close combat units, like in my situation now. Just make more ranged combat units and you will kill these flayed ones easily. Saving the squad in here with a phase shift and teleporting them back to my base. This squad here might die. Pride is fighting them in close combat and destroying them. I'm not even going for the second monolith, I go for the greater summoning core. This is map vision for Pride at the moment. And my map vision. Not that bad. I have 2 points and the relic. Also destroyed this point from Pride. And we'll now try to destroy this one. My economy 112, well, our economies now are about equal, I would say. And here goes Pride's attack in my base now. He wants to destroy this turret. I do not have LP2s on my points. And this turret goes down in a second. Not the best reaction from me here, but I will be able to fight them back. 2 flayed one squads will do the job and the Necron Lord. I have 1 more flayed one squad inside the monolith. For some reason I did not land it yet.
2 minutes.
Going for a destroyer and 2 more minutes until Pride wins by take and hold. I need to decap 1 of these critical location. This one or this from the middle. Intense game here. Some fights going on around the map. And here's the first destroyer. Sadly the Raptors can't tie up this destroyer. Instead Pride decides to go for the generator. Strange choice. Yeah, now he retreats. Necron Lord with a phase shift, regenerates. Managing to fight back this Chaos Army for some time at least. And I don't really like my decision in this game. I went for the Greater Summoning Core instead for a second monolith, which usually I would do. At least in Season 10 I would play differently as a Necron. In face-to-face Season 10 I mean. These games on face-to-face Season 9 were played in 2016 and face-to-face Season 10 was 2017. And I was still improving my game as a Necron, improving my build orders I mean. Changing the timings, the building key, the building queue I mean. Now, how do I defeat this crazy Chaos Army that's coming in my base? I don't really know. A second monolith could really help, but I don't have it. With a Tomb Spider I have to tie up these horrors. Only 3 vehicles from me in here. Necron Lord got killed somehow. Focusing the Sorcerer with 2 destroyers, killed it. And now Pride, forcing Pride to retreat again. My economy only 112. It should have been better at this point. I floated 700 energy, which is very sad. I should have placed a second monolith a long time ago now. I can easily see my mistakes when I'm watching my games. I know I could have done much better, at least in this game. And most likely I will lose it, I don't remember honestly. Only a few minutes left. Pride's economy is very good, he's not tier 3 yet though. He has very good economy and a strong army. Trying to distract him with this turret here can be a good trick sometimes. Going tier 3 and building 2 turrets. Will this be done in time? I wonder. No, Pride lands 3 horror squads. He is crazy. And focuses my destroyers. The turrets won't be upgraded in time, most likely. And this could be the end of me on this good Necron map. I just didn't do my best. Nice focus on the turrets from him. The Necron Lord alone cannot tie up all these squads, and the firepower from all these Chaos armies, huge. Only 1 destroyer left alive. I am tier 3, but with only 1 monolith you simply do not have too much production power. So my biggest mistake in this game is not going for a second monolith. A second monolith could have changed everything. So it's a crazy mistake. On the other side, Pride has done a very good job with this infantry mass. And of course, another well-deserved victory for him. I didn't expect him to win on this map. Basically my best pick, probably in this best of 5, was this map, and I relied a lot on this victory in this round. But Pride wins. Congratulations for him. He made use of my mistakes, and he made use definitely of this crazy Chaos Infantry power. Let's take a look at the score. Tier 2.5 Chaos Army destroyed me. He kills 94, I kill 62. Not that bad on the military side. On the resources it was very close, I would say. And on technology, Pride wins in every aspect. He had more of everything. And a very good map control. And map vision also was very good. He controlled more than half of critical locations. Most of the time he had 2 critical locations captured. That's a very good map vision for him. Bad decision making from me in that third game. Checking the chat again. And we have a question from Red Knight. Can you describe Tau versus Necron matchup? Which side has the advantage? Well, that's an interesting question. Most of the people and players you would meet in Soulstorm or even Dawn of War would say definitely that Necron has the advantage. To some degree it's true, but there are ways that Tau can take, different build orders, different tricks that Tau can do, and destroy a Necron player. So I don't even know. I would say that Tau, if he survives to Montka tier 3, I would say that Tau has the advantage after tier 3 if he plays in Kaon, not Montka, I'm sorry. If Tau goes for Kaon and he survives with a good economy on tier 3, he can destroy Necron. Because on tier 4 Tau is much stronger than Necron are. Like much stronger than Necrons on tier 4. But in order to reach tier 4 in a good position, Tau definitely would need to make some effort. Because until tier 2.5 Necrons, I would say, have the advantage indeed. So that's about it. Necrons can destroy Tau until tier 2.5. Tau can destroy Necrons on tier 3 and tier 4. That's my vision on this matchup. And Bobik asked if I'm showing only my replays. Yes, I do show only my games on this channel. On Warhammer 40k Veteran, I upload replays of other players as well. I think you already know that. So let's jump into the 4th game on Battle Marshes. Again, this is my map pick.
We're here for the Dark Gods. We're here for the Dark Gods.
And I'm not sure why I didn't pick Fata Morga. Oh wait, we've played in Fata Morga in the first game, right? So that's why. So after Fata Morga and Tranquility's End, I pick Battle Marshes.
Whatever you desire.
Well, I think Blood River would be a better choice, honestly, for Necron in this matchup. It's much easier to defend on Blood River than here. On this side, Chaos can attack Necrons. On this map, Chaos can attack Necrons from 2 sides, and it's much harder for Necron to fight in more regions of the map simultaneously.
We captured it for chaos.
Pride goes like he played on Fata Morga and Shrine of Exelion for the same build.
My life is forfeit.
2 Cultists, 2 Heretics, Chaos Marines and Chaos Lord. I'm only building generators for now. I will not play aggressively in any of these games, if I recall correctly. And lately I wasn't even an aggressive player on early game. Most of the time I would play defensively until tier 2, until I have my global upgrade. And then I would start being more aggressive. Or just play very defensively until tier 4, sometimes even that happened. But what don't you do for survival and for winning? Playing somehow differently against strong players, I'm not sure if it's even possible to win. Because a good player with good micro can destroy a standard Necron. Like, I don't know, I think it's not even worth trying to play standard as a Necron against top players. If your enemy has got the micro control, he can kill you easily. If you're going for Necron Warrior Mass, easy to out-micro them. So you have to think of other ways, of smarter ways to play. Building the 7th generator here, I don't care about this Chaos Lord. And after the 7th generator I will also go for a turret. Slowly reinforcing these Necron Warriors, it seems like I will go for a Necron Warrior Mass in this game. Most likely so. I am not building a turret and the summoning core will be up soon. I might go for the Necron Lord upgrade. For the Necron Warrior, not Necron Lord. Chaos Lord struggling to destroy this Scarab. Took him a while to kill them. Not the most efficient way of using the Chaos Lord from Pride, I would say. He better go and hunt that Necron Lord down instead of hunting the Scarabs or Necron Warriors. That's right, I go for the Necron Warrior upgrade, I don't build a turret. In 2016 I still was using this build order, whoa. I'm surprised. Always nice to watch your older games. And good memories. Second Chaos Marine squad from Pride coming. He wants to kill me on tier 1, but he won't manage. Not this time, because the Necron Warrior upgrade is almost up and I have the 3rd Necron Warrior out. I will be able to fight this army easily. On the 5th minute I have 3 Necron Warrior squads. Their upgrade, and I will even go for the archive probably. First I go for a Flayed 1 squad. Pride's economy and map control very good.
Our victory is assured.
Upgraded 4 listening posts. Man, that's very nice from his side. A good economy management from him. He also has the armory up now, but he's not going tier 2. Now also the plasma pistol upgrade is up. Do I have that archive? Not yet. I think I will need it. But you can manage and without it. If you have the Flayed Ones and Necron Lord, you can manage without the artifact. You can tie up 2 squads with a Necron Lord and a Flayed 1 squad. But I go for the Forbidden Archive. It will be up soon. And I would expect me doing Chronometron. I don't remember what I did. But Chronometron for this map is good. need to save the Necron Lord. You cannot allow losing it. You will need it for using the artifacts. Tier 2 almost up for me. Plus 90 economy, and I went for the Chronometron and Solar Pulse. The best option in this situation, and when you have the Necron Warriors, that's what you should do. Chronometron and Solar Pulse can save you from this Chaos Army. And now also the Phylactery for the Necron Lord. Much better survivability. And there I go with my engagement. Using the Chronometron and Solar Pulse both at the same time. And often I would be criticized why I would use them at the same time, because I don't want to lose my Necron Warriors while engaging, that's why. It also needs cost resources. Managing to kill plenty of Chaos Marines while Pride is retreating. Going for the Greater Summoning Core. I'm not even going for the global upgrade. I have completely different goals, if I can say so. Different goals and different priorities. My priority now is to get the second global upgrade on the Necron Warriors. And maybe a destroyer or two. So I can end this game. If I would go for the global upgrade, of course it's always good, but it delays. Delays a lot the upgrade on the Necron Warriors and destroyers. Also the timing gets screwed up. 4 Necron Warrior squads now, another good engagement from me. Catching these Chaos Marines in the heavy cover with Chronometron. They move even slower when you use Chronometron on them in the heavy cover. But they receive less damage when they are in the heavy cover. And now I use the Solar Pulse here, but they still can focus my army. This time I used them one by one. First Chronometron and then Solar Pulse. To have a longer... basically a better engagement. Now the second upgrade for Necron Warriors is up. And the first Destroyers is out too, but my Necron Lord managing to save him, very low HP. If I keep this pressure at this point in time, I could probably win the game. Does he have anti-vehicle? Not yet, and he runs out of resources even with his high income. And he has lost the Chaos. For example, when you go for Chronometron, it's harder to micro for your enemy. And you can take the fate in your hands. So the score so far is 2-2, one more game. Can't wait to see who will be the winner of this round. Let's take a look at the score again. He still manages to kill 20 more units than I do. That's interesting. Well, because he left at the end without losing all of his army, he has a better score on the military. Again, on resources I think it was quite close for both sides. On technology I had no unit upgrade, but I had more research count and more reinforced units, so maybe that's why I'm the winner. I'm not sure if I had a disconnect. I probably did have a disconnect, I'm not sure. But it should be up again now. Checking the comments here. Where can you submit your game replays? Well, I'm not even sure if I accept such a thing anymore. Basically, I have over 10,000 replays on my hard drive. And I don't even have time for all of this, you probably realize. You could submit your replays on Warhammer 40k veteran. I will write the email address in the chat. Wait a second. So this is the email address where you can send your replays, but I do not promise to anyone that I will record them. I have plenty of good replays, but I just don't find the time for recording, so I hope you understand. When did you play for the last time? Good morning, Firefox. When did I play? I don't even remember when I played the last time Soulstorm. I think it was a few months ago, but it was a team game. My last 1v1 games were back in 2017. By the end of summer, I think, something like that. I did not play Soulstorm actively for more than a year now. And thank you, Karim, for loving the videos. I'm glad you do. And I do not play Dawn of War 2. I might do a campaign walkthrough on my other channel. I will give you the link in chat for my second channel with mostly Warhammer 40k content. Wait a second. Well, I think most of you already know that channel, but just for those who don't, here you go. You can check it out. Basically on Warhammer 40k Veteran I only upload Warhammer 40k gameplays, and on that channel I upload replays also from Soulstorm that are not played by me. You wouldn't find on that channel replays, my replays in Soulstorm. All my replays are recorded on this channel. The other ones replayed on the other channel. So let's watch the final game in this best of 5. Played on Outer Reaches. This time it's Pride's map pick. I hate this map. I hate it when you play Necrons here.
Bless us, Great One.
It's such a nightmare.
Bless us, Great One. We're here. My life is forfeit.
In the right, Pride net with Chaos.
My life is forfeit.
Goes for the Chaos Temple, 2 cultists, generator, and I'm pretty sure he will do almost the same as in the previous games. Chaos Marine Squad on the way, it will capture this point. Pride Standard, I would say. And after that the Chaos Lord, as expected. In the left, me with Necrons. Going for 3 Scarab squads. And the second scarab goes to capture one of the top points. If you do not get at least 1 point from this upper side of the map, you most likely are losing the game. 90% you're lost. If you don't manage to take at least 1 point from this side, it's very bad for you. The enemy will simply get the entire map and keep you close on 2 or 3 points, or maybe even 1. That's why it's a very bad map for Necron, and we have 3 heavy covers. No, 2 heavy covers, actually 3 heavy covers, a light cover, and another heavy cover here. And all of this is bad for Necron. Again, they do not get the bonus from the heavy cover, and it's harder to fight your enemies in this area. It only applies to Necrons. It would be fair if Necrons also got the advantage from this, but they don't. Quite stupid, I would say. I'm not sure why the developers didn't apply the heavy cover bonus and the negative cover bonus to Necrons as well. It would be just much more fair. Pride takes the map a bit chaotically. He doesn't have this point yet, he doesn't capture his relic. He wants to take the upper map first, the outer map. He took the middle point though, good job for him. Look his map vision, he only controls 3 points at the moment. On the 3rd minute, only 3 points. That's not good. With Chaos Marines he wants to kill my scarabs that capture this point of mine. Necron Lord trying to stop them. And I have a reinforced Necron Warrior squad here. Of course, on this map you cannot even dare to play defensively, you cannot even try. It's basically auto defeat. If you do that, you need to do as much army as possible in the early game on this map. So standard play is the way to go here. You have to mass Necron Warriors, flayed ones, mass whatever you can. Otherwise the enemy will close you inside your base and kill you. Reinforcing this Necron Warrior squad. And I even made the Necron Lord quite quickly at this time. Building the 6th generator at the same time with the summoning core. I will need that Necron Warrior upgrade, or maybe I'll just go for a flayed one squad. We'll see. Nice fighting here. I think it's in my advantage, this one. Pride's Chaos Marines lost morale, they don't deal the damage at the moment. And it's always good when you have your Necron Warriors fully reinforced. So much more effective. I bet Pride didn't expect of me doing this in this game. I mean these Necron Warriors fully reinforced at the start. Maybe he hoped I would just make the Necron Warriors but not reinforce them. Would have been so much more easier for him to take the map. To take this point, for example. And this one. My Necron Lord suffered a bit, below half HP. But so did the Chaos Lord. Both of our leaders have around the same HP. Doing my best here not to lose the Necron Warriors, but also trying to fight these Chaos Marines back. Plus 70 economy for me. Necron Warrior upgrade is ready. That's great, and the Forbidden Archive is on the way. I need it. Necron Lord suffering here, he might get killed. Saving him with a teleport. Let's see what Pride is doing. 104 to 10 economy for him, much better economy than mine. Very good map control now, he controls more than half of the map, 55% of strategic points. controlled by him. He also wants to take my relic now. Well, at least he doesn't control this point. That's why I went to capture it at the start quickly. It could have been much worse if Pride had this point. 3 Necron warrior squads, reinforcing them, trying to destroy this listening post. It will be minus 18 requisition income for Pride if I destroy this, so I'm trying to do my best. Sadly, this Necron warrior squad got close combat a bug. I couldn't control them. Very annoying bug though. Solar Pulse probably will help me destroy this listening post. Going in close combat, trying to destroy it, and I should teleport back with these Necron warriors. That's what I do. And now Pride's economy is plus 92. It was over 100 income. So it's actually minus 12 because I did not decap this point. Minus 12 economy on requisition for him. Scary Chaos army here. I'm not sure how I will counter it. Well, thankfully the Necron Lord is alive, he can tie up one Chaos Marine squad. I can't even focus only on this squad now. That's what I'm doing. And is this another squad of Necron warriors? Chaos Lord will die. Pride didn't pay attention to this moment. Necron Lord, I got the phase shift this time, not chronometron. I need to keep this Necron Lord alive. And phase shift helps a lot. I also have 4 squads of Necron warriors now. Good for me. Pride goes tier 2, his economy is back in good standing again. 122 to 20. Well, my army is now quite big. Even bigger than Pride's army. And I also go tier 2 with plus 80 economy. Not bad. Much better than it could be. Pride just focusing this obelisk.
Until taking hold victory.
And I took this relic from him. This is actually my relic, but he captured it, and I'm decapping. What I need to do is to keep these Necron warriors alive and get the second upgrade for them. I'm tier 2, building one more generator. And I should go for the greater summoning core. I have enough resources even for the global upgrade. What will I do? Getting the phylactery in the first place. Another scarab. And building the greater summoning core. A good decision, I think. Getting the global upgrade also would be great. Going for the Wraith upgrade. And a Wraith. It will help me to decap critical locations or tie up one of the Chaos Marine squads, or kill cultists, or kill heretics. Pride is also tier 2, makes the Sorcerer and the 3rd Chaos Marine squad. Builds the Sacrificial Circle, more generators. He also destroyed this obelisk of mine. And I'm going now on the top side. I want to take this part of the map. Would be great if I could at least decap this point and this one. Nice placement of these Chaos Marines here on the high ground in this area. When Necron warriors move, Chaos infantry can catch them and kill plenty of them.
4 minutes until taken hold victory.
But I have 4 Necron warrior squads and even wraiths now, helping to tie up these Chaos Marines. As I said, the wraith will decap also the critical locations. It's the best unit for decapping enemy points. It almost guarantees the decap because he has the phase shift and very good resistance to ranged combat. So most of the time a wraith would manage to decap a critical location or a strategic point. Pride makes the power swords a great option against wraiths. And the HP upgrade. Look at this Necron warrior mass. It's very strong army from me. I will manage to destroy at least this listening post, that's for sure. Using the solar pulse. Crazy game. But still very good placement from Pride with his units. He distracts me from 3 sides. It would be much more easier for me if he had all of his army in one place. Trying to catch these Chaos Marines, they were out of position. I think this fight again will go in my advantage, even though I have teleported back to my base. Well, I did what I wanted to do. I decapped these 2 points, and now I will try to decap this one, but maybe it won't happen. Wraith is very low HP. Sadly I couldn't destroy the armory, but it's still a good result. I also made the global upgrade. My economy plus 112. All the Necron warriors are still alive, and I made a destroyer. This game went much better than I expected. Well, I know there are many players that wondered if I ever played like this. Well, as you can see, I did more often. More often than probably expected by many. And back in 2011, 2012 I would play like this in every game, basically. But I love more the defensive playstyle, honestly. On most of the maps it's more efficient, and it allows you to win players of higher tiers. Pride's army is still strong, but he is losing the map, as we can see. And he struggles to kill my Necron warriors. Solar pulse don't really allow this Chaos army to destroy them. Also the phase shift saves my army. If not for the phase shift I would lose a lot now. And again teleporting them back to my base after dealing plenty of damage. Tier 3 now for me, economy very good. For standard Necron playstyle, this economy plus 112 is very good. While if you would play defensively, it would be much better if you had plus 150 income at least. Because when you play defensively you need more resources in the late game. All the units in the late game are more expensive, that's why. And if you play defensively you would also have 2 monoliths after tier 2.5, so again you will need a better economy for being able to make units from 2 monoliths. You need to support the production out of 2 monoliths, so better economy is welcomed. Periacs are out. Pride says GG because he saw the Perias. He doesn't even want to fight again. He had plus 80 economy last time I checked. So yeah, a very good game here, I loved it. Solid Necron standard game, I would say. And pretty solid chaos game. But this time Pride got outplayed. He simply couldn't kill these Necron warriors thanks to my good usage of the Solar Pulse ability and Phase Shift. Also good usage of teleportation on Necron units to save them when needed at the right time. Hope you enjoyed this best of 5. The score is 3-2 in my favor. But it was a challenging best of 5. That's worth saying. Pride put up crazy good fights. Again on military here we have Pride killing more units than me. That's because he avoided the last fights in the last 2 games. If he would fight the final battle, he would lose all of his army, so I'd have more units killed than him, but he just quitted. Can't blame him for that. He appreciates time, it seems. On economy side, I would say it was also very close. We both had good economies. Not phenomenal, but they were good, and Pride's economy got lower by the end. So that's it with this best of 5. We have one more best of 5, also from face-to-face season 9 coming. Me against milF, also known as Vincent lately, Eldar player from Toxic clan. But before that best of 5 we'll be watching a 2v2. And before watching this 2v2 I will make a break, around 5 minutes. And let me check. The chat again. No questions so far, but I have a Russian message identified as spam for some reason. Well, he used uncensored words, that's why. I will just hide it. Reading your comments. Thank you all who joined. And welcome again. This live stream will still be going for the next 2 hours, I think, so stay tuned. And thank you, Karim. Well, I was considered by many the best Necron player in the last few years. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, I don't care. But I think the results speak for themselves. I have won plenty of tournaments as Necrons, as a Necron player. I think I've won around 5 tournaments. That's a good result for Necrons. And I had good results on face-to-face tournaments as well. Okay, so I will make a 5 minutes break. We'll see you soon. Okay, I am back. Do you use any graphical mods? No. I only have the modified camera, as many of you noticed, probably. And I modified it manually myself. You cannot find this camera anywhere on the web, because I changed it by the speed of my mouse, the size of my screen, and so on. So it's better when you have it customized by yourself, or just use the default one. You can download it from somewhere on Relic forums. I'm not sure if those are still up, but you have to look for Dawn of War camera mod. Something like type this in Google and you can find a nice camera for Dawn of War. It works in all Dawn of War games, if I'm not mistaken. I mean Dawn of War 1. Without this it's almost impossible to play. I mean, you can run the game, but it's unplayable because of the screens back when the game was developed weren't as big as in nowadays. So that default camera was designed for resolutions like 800 to 6040, 640, or 1024 to 768, something like those resolutions from back in 2005. But now for widescreen monitors you need a different camera, so you have to modify it for enjoying the game and playing it better. So let's jump into our next game, also for Soulstorm. It's a 2v2. I played in team with Oxo. It's from back in 2016, I think. We played against Revolution and Montana on Saint Square. All of us picked random. I still got Necrons, and I hate Necrons on this map. Such a nightmare to play them here. Oxo has got the Space Marines. Montana also got the Necrons, even worse. Necron mirror on this map. It was a nightmare of a game. That's why it's called annoying 2v2. It annoyed the hell out of me when I played it. And Revolution got his main race, Sisters of Battle. Probably the best Sisters of Battle player in Soulstorm. One of the best, at least. It was a Revolution, it was a Blasphemer, also known as Maniac. Snippy had pretty good Sisters of Battle, but it was a long time ago, back in 2010, 2012. And Hungry Womble also was quite good with Sisters. I don't really remember other players. Maybe Crazy Splash, yeah. Crazy Splash was also good. Good Sisters of Battle player. But well, back to our game. We had some chatting here already that I missed. Revolution and Montana are Polish players, so they speak in a Polish language. I do not understand it. And I'm telling Oxo to rush Necron. As soon as I've seen Montana has Necrons, I was very disappointed. I just hate mirrors, especially in team games. If in 1v1 games you can somehow think of a nice strategy and timing attack on your Necron enemy, in 2v2s it's a bit harder to decide what to do. You can either go for standard Necron warriors and so on, or you can go for Flayed 1 mass and try to destroy his generators. It would be the best option in 1v1. But in 2v2 it can be different. Because I'm fighting sisters in this side, not Necrons. So it's hard to decide what to do. So probably I will just go for standard option. Revo is already in my base with his Canoness and a battle sister squad. I'm placing a turret. He cancelled the capture of my SP. Or just strategic point. Wants to kill my Scarabs, doesn't allow me to build the turret. Two Necron warrior squads out, slowly reinforcing them. Added a member to each squad. What's Oxo doing? His economy is 92 to 10 now. He has a Space Marine squad and Force Commander.
At your command.
I want to destroy Necron so badly, because I hate fighting Necron player, especially in 2v2, I mean when it's mirror. If it wouldn't be a mirror matchup, it would be no problem at all. Thankfully Montana also played pretty standardly in this game as the Necrons. So it wasn't a big deal, everything was fine. Have Sisters of Battle with Flamers here burning my Necron warriors. Decided to make flayed ones. They do not have morale, so they don't lose morale from Flamers. They can also lower Sisters of Battle morale pretty nicely. And I'm also upgrading this obelisk. Good option on tier 1. Oxo is fighting Montana with Space Marines, with Force Commander, and Revolution goes to help Montana.
Withdraw and regroup.
So at this point in time Oxo faced 2 players. Because of my lack of mobility on my army, not much I can do to help him faster. And I do not want to invest too much in my Necron warriors, as you can see.
Awaiting orders. My faith is my shield.
Flayed ones maybe will help. Oxo goes for upgrades from the armory. Just checked if everything runs nicely. Should be okay. 3 squads of Necron warriors from me, 2 squads of Battle Sisters and Canoness from Revolution, and plenty of Necron warriors from Montana. Oxo goes for the frag grenades and assault marine squad. Good choice against sisters. Montana goes tier 2, his economy plus 80. Revolution is almost tier 2 as well. I am not on my way to tier 2 yet, I focused more on my economy, and I'm also building the Forbidden Archive, so my tier 2 is delayed. Oxo also goes tier 2 now, so we get out-teched in this game. Our enemies will hit tier 2 faster. Montana is already tier 2 and Revolution is tier 2 as well. Assault Marines are quite good against Necrons, but here they are outnumbered. So has to jump back and save that squad. Trying to engage in this Necron base. But I will face two armies. Oxo is out of position. Sadly, in this game we have very unsynced attacks, me and Oxo. We do not attack at the same time, while our enemies have a much better team game. At least until now, it was so. I wanted to destroy this turret. I'm not sure if I will manage. Activated the chronometer and my Necron Lord gets killed. So this is a fail attack, maybe. Or maybe not. Moxo is doing a very good job in here with his Space Marines. Will he destroy this turret? Would be great if he did. We have two Celestian squads here and an assassin. Is it infiltrated? Let me see. No, there is no assassin in here. Not yet. All of Axa's army is alive. We tried, but we failed with this attack in here on the Necron. Maybe next time will work. Only now I'm going tier 2, very late. Tech for me. All because of this Forbidden Archive with artifacts and one more generator also. Costed me some time. So we'll fight the Celestians, he should be able to fight them back. But Montana will help with flayed ones. While I will try to attack on the other side and destroy Sister's economy a bit. Would be great if I could take at least this point, and during this time Oxo is fighting against 2 alone. That's a very sad situation here. But it would take me ages to get in there, so I just had to finish to destroy this listening post instead. Oxo lost a lot in this fight, sadly. Someone says we're not on the same page, that's very true. Couldn't agree more. Very unsynced gameplay from us. Going into Sisters of Battle's base, hopefully I'll be able to also destroy this building. But these enemies will run into my base sooner or later, so I'll have to teleport back and save it. Necron Lord is back to life. Destroying this armory of Sisters. Good. But now I might lose my generators. And even the summoning core could get cancelled. Look at this army, how can I stop this? How can we stop this? That will be tough. I'll have to cancel this summoning core and build it somewhere else. Losing my generators. Winning some time with these solar pulse, but I'm not sure if it'll save the day for me. Finally the Necron warriors are back home. I should focus this Confessor and kill it. Will I manage? Only a few more hits, but it wasn't enough. I am desperate here, saying GG already, trying to give up, but it's not over yet. Oxo's army is very strong here, destroyed those flayed ones in seconds. And it's worth saying that Space Marines is a very good option against Sisters and Necrons. They can destroy both of these races. If not easy, they can do it in one of the best ways, in one of the easiest ways. They basically have the best counters in the game against Necrons and Sisters. Only plus 60 economy for me, that's terrible. Oxo's economy much better, 110 to 30. Montana's economy plus 112. That's twice as much than mine. And Revolution is tier 3 now, with also pretty good economy. So I have the worst economy at the moment. Montana manages to easily destroy these Necron warriors, just what I was saying 1 minute ago. Look how these Necron warriors, they cannot do anything, they just melt down from this Space Marine army. Without the Necron Lord and his artifacts, the Necron warriors against Space Marines are completely useless, a waste of resources. I am never tired of repeating this. Going with another attack on Sisters of Battle's base, we'll try to now also destroy their barracks. But I have this Celestian mass in my base, I'll have to teleport back and save it. I cannot afford losing more generators, so I teleport into these Celestians. And I've also got the Chronometron. That was a strange usage of Confessor's ability. And someone says the solar was a waste. Yeah, probably. Probably so. I better use it when I reached this base. I should have used only Chronometron in here. Or just not use anything. Revolution is floating a bit, my economy restored, plus 80, but still not that good. I want to build a big generator, thankfully Montana doesn't have one yet. That would be crazy bad for us. Plenty of action during the last 10 minutes in this game. The war never stops. Also made a Rhino. My army is quite strong, I should say also. Even with lower economy, I managed to keep my army much stronger and bigger than Montana's one. Montana is going tier 3, however. That will hurt. Oxo, tier 2.5, has the machine cult. Our armies in here are very strong. We are destroying Sisters of Battle's base. Here are our enemy's map vision, basically what they see. A huge red army in Sisters' base. Exorcists, 2 of them. This will counter all of my Necron warriors. They get disrupted morale from those artillery. Look at this. So funny. I think it's about time to retreat. We have dealt enough damage here. Plus 90 economy for me. Most likely I'll just play on tier 2.5 all the game from now on. I made a tomb spider to resurrect some bodies. And we are doing it on tier 2.5, me and Doxo, both of us. We are not going tier 3 yet, while our enemies are tier 3, but their armies are smaller, much smaller, and weaker. Worth saying that that Space Marines army basically countered everything they made. And my army also helped. Look at this Oxo army. Necron just cannot do anything against it. So, Sister's base is destroyed. Very intense 2v2, full of action. Solar Pulse probably was used by Montana in here. Necron Lord. I'm losing HP like crazy. The Exorcists are still alive, they can save the day for a while. And I'm glad also the observers in this game liked this game. I also like it now that I can see from observer mode. It's pretty enjoyable. Crazy action packed. And that's right, they say it wasn't a full Flayed once spam game, that's what you would see in a 1v1 Necron mirror. I'm glad neither me nor Montana went for that build. Flayed mass spam, it would be such a boring game. Trying to destroy what's left on Sister's map, destroying the rest of his points. 179 economy for Oxo. No big generator for me yet. I'm surprised. I have this Tomb Spider. For some reason didn't control him and lost it to those turrets. Just didn't look there, I guess. Montana is still tier 3. No tier 4 yet for him. He has the relic though. His Perias are still alive. Perias, as you can see, destroying the flayed ones easily. It just takes some time for them to do that. But they win against flayed ones. At least 1-on-1. Space Marine units do not lose the morale from these exorcists. I'm surprised. But they have heroes around. This Force Commander aura also helps. Destroyed this side of Sister's map, taking the relic, and I'm going tier 4. It looked like I was so far behind a few minutes ago, but I recovered. And now even out-taking Montana. I am so bored by these two exorcists, I'm asking Oxo to destroy them. Only if Oxo made 1 or 2 Tempests to get in here and destroy these, but Celestians are protecting the area, so it will be a bit hard for the Tempests. They'd need to find a good angle. Montana quits the game, and Revolution says GG. Nice action-packed 2v2, hope you loved it. Interesting to watch, it was very annoying to play this. Took a lot of effort to win this also. And also Oxo helped. He has done a great job. Let's see the score. On the military, Oxo and Revolution have the most units killed. I have the least units killed, only 60, but I destroyed most of the buildings. 10 buildings destroyed by me, 9 by Oxo. Still the best result on military by Oxo, I'm not surprised. Space Marines, as I've said, very good against both Sisters and Necrons. On resources, it also seems like Oxo was ahead. It shows Montana a bit higher, but again, look at this score. 11,000 against 14. And on technology, Montana with plenty of reinforced units. And me, but let's look at just research count and unit upgrades. We have Oxo as the winner basically. Good fight. And it's about time to begin the second best of 5. Also played on Face to Face Season 9 in 2016. Me against Toxic milF. The matchup is Necrons versus Eldar. Let me check the stream again. Some questions here. One last question before I go back to work. Can you describe Necron versus Eldar matchup? What can I say? Obviously Eldar have the advantage. It's one of the strongest races in the game, so I don't even know. If Necron has better, I don't know, better experience than Eldar in the matchup, then Necron can win. But if Eldar is experienced, I think Necrons would have no chances in most scenarios, because they have those annoying bone singers that can block your monolith, your turrets. They have their Dark Reapers with tier 3 optics and bright lens platforms. It can kill tier 4 Necron. Dark Reaper mass with bright lens platforms alone. They can destroy tier 4 Necron army. And I'm not even exaggerating at all. But it takes some effort for Eldar. They will need to have a good micromanagement, good timings, good knowledge of the game and so on. And in the end they have the advantage. That's what I think. The best time for Necron in this matchup, I think, is on tier 2.5 when they have upgraded Wraiths and Destroyers. They have a chance to win on tier 2.5, but it's not easy. That's what I can say. So let's begin this second best of 5. Necrons versus Eldar, that's what we'll see, but what can I say? In this situation we have milF. He is by far not the best Eldar player out there. And another thing, he probably is not very experienced in this matchup, so a Necron player would have all the chances against such an Eldar player. You can even be a very good Eldar player, but you probably don't have enough experience